Hello, Twitch. Hi there. Welcome, welcome. Oh, hey, it's time to start the stream. How is everyone this evening? Welcome, man. Sorry for the noise getting situated here. There we go. So we're doing tofu tonight. However, I did not promise anyone that doing tofu, I'd be doing vegetarian or vegan. Because we're doing neither tonight. Hey, Kip, welcome in. I do, however, have a rather impressive 2-pound slab of the tofu. And so the plan tonight, after coffee, is going to be making both cheesecake and tofu parmigiana. How's that sound? That sounded like a good idea to me. I strained the frying lard, so we're going to take tofu, bread it, and then fry it. We're going to egg bread it, and then we're going to fry it in lard. The tofu for the cheesecake, we're going to be doing tofu. We're going to be doing cream cheese. So not trying to go in any way vegan here or vegetarian. And then whipping in a little sour cream and a little bit of half and half to thin it out a little bit. And that'll be our no-bake cheesecake. Throw it in the fridge. Let it sit up. Let's make sure our water's still up to temp because I've been talking. We're pretty close anyways. Cheers. Thanks, Entropy. I spent a couple hours toying with that yesterday. No! There's a coffee shortage at work. That's horrible. Thank you, Entropy. Thank you, Bun Buns. We got a bunch of Roma tomatoes out here for sauce tonight. I can see that, Kip. I need it. Well, it's an addiction, and I'm addicted. I need it. I don't function without it these days. Well, I do, but not very well. Sort of a strange world we're living in right now. The whole work for home versus work at work fight after COVID, where I can really see both sides of it. Like, I can see as a boss wanting my people there so that they have other people, the visual work's going on, they can chat with people, they can be much more productive without doing as much. Like, they don't have to do a Skype call or a Zoom call to, whoever, to have an actual meeting. They can just turn around the corner. But on the other hand, you see some of these people that actually went dedicated into work for home, and some of the offices and stuff that they have set up dedicated to work, and the idea of, okay, I'm gonna give up this to have to commute and do the same thing somewhere else. It seems to be, at least with some of the tech companies here in California, a bit of an issue. And there's a sort of differing opinion on whether they're going to actually fight to keep these people a part of their organizations, or if the mentality is to just fire and move on. Cheers, folks. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to the Tofu Ingredient Challenge. So first thing we're going to get started with is cheesecake. I don't know how big of a cheesecake I want to make, though. I think I want to make a small cheesecake. Let's make a small cheesecake. Let's do a 4-incher. And here's the point where I curse myself for having even put the cream cheese in the refrigerator, because it only came into the house about 2 hours ago. I should have had this out here warming up. There's nothing special about Philly cheese, cream cheese. Oh, they're coming for me. Yeah, it wasn't exactly chilly here. I read somewhere that it was supposed to be returning back to normal for the Bay Area, but apparently not. Welcome in, Ozzy. Alright, what can we get started with since we don't have our cream cheese at a proper temp? I think I'm going to go ahead and switch up and do tomatoes instead, since we have to wait on the cream cheese to come to room temp. Well, I am at least including tomato sauce. What can I do with the knives in here? The amazing tofu idea. Yes, and I'm completely cheating in making them. Pulling the stickers off of the tomatoes. I guess some of them. I guess they got more than one sticker in multiple cases. Is that one what? An egg. Ozzy. Okay, turning the AC off was maybe a mistake. I'm already sweating again. And I don't even have the oven on. So I think the AC is going to get turned back on. I have a feeling I'm going to be drinking about once every 3 minutes or so in this stream today. Pretty sure it was her suggestion. Battle. To war. Victory. Natural born camper in Ninja Mac getting those kills and assists. Yeah. Nice job across the board there. It should be getting the gold though. Going down to this blue chest. Oops, not my tank. Warrior. Morning, Catalina. Didn't work. Sorry, Ozzy. I gotta test it again. I don't know why it isn't working. That should have worked. Because the connection is otherwise working. Like, the bot is working with OBS tonight. It has to for Hydrate. No, but at the same time, the bots had a pretty major upgrade not too long ago. Between when I started it, but still decent ways away, a long time ago. They changed the way a lot of things work. And I haven't really made many in the way of permission changes that way. Most of the permission changes I've done recently were all in Discord. I basically just went through and made sure the channels were the way that I wanted them to all be for sure, but I'm still not sure that they are. Discord permissions can get very confusing very quickly. So we got all those tomatoes chopped up. I'm going to salt and pepper these and give them a little olive oil drizzle over the top. Fruit World, I sort of put both cherry or grape tomatoes and grapes, surprisingly not cherries, in the same group, where they're essentially just juice and skin. Like, there's not a whole lot there. And so let's kick on the oven to, let's say 425. And we're going to roast those until they're nice and roasty. I know that it's a very descriptive term for how long we're going to roast them, but we're going to roast them till they're done. Hey, I should probably have a bowl ready or something for where I was going to put this. Wouldn't that have been a good plan? 0 answers. That sounds like your average workplace. You cold caller, you. I'm gonna open up the tofu. Except I'm gonna do it from the other side where it's cracked. Out of curiosity, you say 140 dials. Do you actually have to still dial these days? Or is it like you click on that one that calls them? Come on, cut. Sharper than that knife. Oh, wow. I nailed that. I was shooting for 200 grams, and I got 200. It's at 202.3 right now. So other than that is our tofu into our cheesecake. I don't know. Maybe there's some more modern version. You even remember the chat revolvers or the yeah, video chats where you're randomly matched up with someone, and you know they usually just dump you within 2 seconds of. No, I am not that emote. trying to mix that all in together nicely, but it isn't exactly loving it. Tofu is not the greatest texture for that. As do I, Bun Buns. OMG or Wiggle? Of course, Wiggle isn't available yet. Yeah, you keep calling it Chef Dance. What was I in here for? Sour cream. A little half and half. A little sour cream. Yes, I need to break out a whisk. I need the medium-sized one. Looking a bit like cottage cheese right now. Still looking like cottage cheese. Ah, my arm's tired. tomatoes going in the oven. Oh, hey. I forgot to turn the sound off and back. So I could throw this in the blender and get it really nice and smooth. Let's see how much I can. It just doesn't really smooth out for me. So I think I am going to go with the blender. Well, you can't work if you're dead. Emulsion blender wouldn't work well. This is gonna be our best option. Might as well add the matcha powder while I'm here. It's the OG soundtrack, Ozzy. That might have been a bit much for... I'm gonna leave it though. This is my original soundtrack, Ozzy. There we go, that's a bit smoother. I did change the settings, Ozzy. I didn't really mention it because I thought I had gotten it pretty close. But the website changed how it does its audio. And so I switched over to controlling how loud it is in OBS. Speaking of that, my mic is still too loud. Work, computer. Let's try that. There, maybe I won't be peeking every time I talk now. Ozzy. Alright, so next step is we need a crust for this to go onto. I just happen to have some graham crackers in the house. Wow, that's a rather crushed packet. I think it's short a cookie or two. Anyways. I have a feeling I have enough for more than one cheesecake tonight. If only the cameras rolled for the first 5 minutes, 5 minutes before stream starts. If only. No, the inspiration is all the wiggle emotes that are out there. There's a ton of streamers out there with wiggle emotes. There's different types of them too. Getting sour cream all over the board there. Now, we're gonna use butter. Oh, you Chatterino, you. Well, let's see if I can use my microwave today without breaking the circuit breaker. Sure. Brown butter's a great flavor for crusts. It's just not going to be... In the case of this, you're going to lose a lot of that definition that you would get from it, but sure, it would help. I'm astonished that this didn't melt more. The weight of this bowl is almost too warm for me to want to touch, but it didn't melt the butter. "30 seconds, get another unit on the battlefield." I'm astonished. Like, I think the wood bowl is doing more to melt the butter than the microwave did. Catalina getting those assists the last second there. Porterhawk getting the scroll. Congrats to you. On to the blue chest. Now, I'm gonna go down this end this time. We'll go up in between here. Let's see what else we got going on here. This is our last map in this edition. This theme has concluded, so we'll have a new theme here once we finish up these last 3 maps. Last 3 battles. Take a look at our quests. You only got 3 quests. How's our store looking? Did we waste any cash? Did we waste any gold? All right, back to cooking for a bit. So we'll take our somewhat melted butter here. Pour that in with our crumbs. Then we need some salt and sugar in there. Just a slight pinch of salt. I don't think it really matches up with the matcha in the cheesecake. So I'm not going to add it, but typically I would throw some cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg here for your typical cheesecake crust. This being my muddler. Sadly, for a brand of rum no longer available. Yep, little 4-inch springform. I have 4 of them. I got them a year or 2 ago as a gift. Aww. Sorry to hear that, Catalina. Hopefully it's at least a productive one. We all know the reality, but let's hope it's a productive one. Yep, that looks like cheesecake batter to me. So that then gets refrigerated. Or in my case, I'm going to throw it in the freezer. Uh-oh, senioritis. Because I don't really have a form small enough to handle the rest of this. It's just going in the bowl. Ah! Or the floor, apparently. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I moved the picture and it doesn't show anymore. It tried to show it. So yeah, that'll probably be snack time as well. We'll throw that in the freezer too. Sorry to hear that, Catalina. It's nice that you have something to keep you going and occupied, though. Okay, I think next step is getting things ready for our sauce. Awesome, Catalina. I'm sorry, I missed that top message about interviewing. That's awesome. Why won't you peel garlic? Just peel, please. All right, oil going into the pan, a flame going on the pan. Just some sunflower oil. cut you way thinner than that. Why ain't you breaking down garlic? There's like 100 slices there. Cup of water. So we get a canned tomato paste, a couple cloves of garlic, some oil, and cook this all. Let this all simmer and come together, break down all that paste down. And we're gonna add in the tomatoes once they come out of the oven here. They got another minute on the timer. I think they need a bit longer than that though. I'm not ready to get going with that. We got our dessert pretty much done. I'm gonna need some water for cooking our pasta tonight. At the same time, I was sort of hopeful that I could use this pot right here. I did clean out the oil and put that back in there, so we got some nice clean oil to use tonight for frying our tofu. Dried basil. Thyme. Oregano. Basil gets all the love. I think oregano is really the powerhouse, though, when it comes to the two, flavoring wise. Basil is just sort of like that super summer herb. Perfect companion to tomatoes. Easy to grow. Oregano's a little more ugly. A little bit more, you know, like I said, it's a workhorse. It's not beautiful. I would add more liquid to that so it doesn't splatter as much. But I want to see how much liquid we're going to get out of these tomatoes. So I'm going to hold off on that until we get the tomatoes out of the oven. I gave the tomatoes another 20 minutes in the oven because they didn't look anywhere close to being done. Debating. Sort of want to go with a half block, I think, for my Parmesan. I guess I might have some leftover tofu. Who would have thought I wasn't going to use a whole 2 pounds? Oregano's right there with onions. It's sort of like, yeah, but it's onions. So we'll get started with the same setup as usual for our breading. Some flour. We'll season our flour. Not pregnant, are you? Nice, simple, light seasoning, just some salt and pepper. Now, we're just getting started with the tofu because we're waiting on tomatoes. Plan of action here is we're going to wait for these tomatoes to be done in the oven, which is another 10 plus minutes. Then we'll get into getting water ready for our pasta. And finally, we'll get into frying. It's like smelly banana custard. Is that what your take was too? That's essentially what my take of durian was. I don't want to use durian. Fermented garlic terribleness. That doesn't sound right at all. My experience, which is more than once in school, once in China, was smell akin to a dirty diaper. And like I said, it was like banana custard. It's sort of a custardy, creamy fruit in the center that's got a little fiber to it, but it mostly just pulls away. And it's got a really light, fruity, almost banana-like flavor that doesn't outweigh the nasty smell to me. Uh-oh. I might reject that one just on availability around me, though. Just to be straight up and honest about it. Because I don't know where I'm going to get durian. Well, I might be able to find it down in San Francisco. Yeah, Amazon worked all right for that when it was 2-day delivery. Nowadays, it's like maybe a week. Yeah, and I miss actual 2-day delivery. Yeah, you're right. The music is a little bit quieter tonight, Ozzy. To war. Victory. Colorful Peanut Patrol getting them kills. Matho the Builder getting the assists. Welcome in. Catalina doing some damage there too. Who's gonna get the 200 gold? Entropy. Congrats to you, Entropy. We all know you need it. And I'm gonna do the same thing yet again. Same spot. Come on, work for me, game. There we go. Alright, we'll see what we're doing there in 30 minutes. Oh, hey. That could help. Hi there, cameras. I forgot to turn my little cooler block on my... I'm doing horrible with that phone lately. I left that phone on the last stream. In this stream, I didn't plug in the cooling block on it until just now. Curly fry. Oh wait, you can't see. Yeah, it's a curly fry. Doesn't look very seasoned to me. And it also looks like he's got like a mini Jack in the Box logo, which is definitely not the curly fries I would choose if I were going for curly fries somewhere. I don't know, what's your guys' choices? What's your folks' choices for curly fries? What's your claim to fame for curly fries? Culver's, okay. I believe I've only eaten the Culver's once or twice. And I had fried cheese curds, I think. Those still aren't looking all roasty toasty. But I think I might go with them. What's the dream, Ozzy? You got at least a little color on the bottoms of these, but this is sort of sad compared to what I would get on my old commercial oven, which is why I'm like, I'll take it. Yay! Catalina's meeting's done. Alright, so flame back on underneath this. I had it sort of on. I had it so low that it went out. This is the real answer. But now we're going to cook that together a little bit. Let them get to know each other before I blend them up. And oh hey, my camera froze. Best of luck to you, Catalina. Sending some good vibes your way. Get through those meetings. They oughta. Okay, we're gonna bring oil forward. We're gonna move these over there. And we need water. We need water. Also need to seriously reorganize this setup, this pile of pans. Cheers. I love how that came out. Yeah, I know, Bun Buns. My main camera decided to cut out on me for a minute. I'm giving it a moment to warm up. I will remedy that in a moment, Bun Buns. Phone camera is warming back up, rebooting now. Probably only got about 20% charge. Oh, it's got next to no charge at all. It's going to take a minute before we can get our video back. It might actually be better if we take a little bit of a AFK. I could cool down that way too. We need some more time for these tomatoes to just sort of stew. I know it doesn't look like they're doing much, but there is a bit of a flame there underneath them. There we go, a little bit more of a flame. So I think I'm going to step away here for 10 minutes or so and give the camera a little time to you know, recharge its battery because I drained it out. And we'll be back for Stream Raiders and to get into our tofu pasta and finishing up our Parmigiana.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
But did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy, ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open, simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
What? Keeping the coffee in the icebox?
Yes, Mr. Jones, it's a new kind of coffee, roasted by a new secret process. Hence, this new none-such coffee has a different flavor, a flavor preserved by vacuum packing, the flavor retained by refrigeration after the jar has been opened. Just taste it. You can't miss that delicate aroma, that clean, mellow taste. Yes, in cooking, the way to a man's heart is most of all through the coffee pot. In every jar, you'll find 3 special pointers, valuable in all methods of making coffee. Try new none-such coffee now. Use half the jar. If not 100% satisfied, get all your money back from your grocer without argument. Special for Movie Week, only 28 cents a pound, plus 3 cents refundable deposit on the jar.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
Hey, kids, look what's new. A brand new cereal just for you. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package. See? Inside, delicious, crispy, crinkly stars. And outside, a real storybook. All about Twinkles, the magic elephant. See him fly with his rotor tail. Watch him do tricks with his magic trunk. Meet Twinkle's friends. Fulton the inventor, Sanford the parrot, Wilbur the monkey, and more. Read all about their adventures on every storybook package of Twinkles. And wait till you taste those golden little stars, filled with the goodness of energy oats and corn. Remember, only Twinkles has the storybook package. Just tear the magic line and your storybook opens. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
3, 2, 1, blast off. She's up. Come in ideal countdown control. Ready for second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Count down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
Alexis Lachine wines are full of flavor. Alexis Lachine wines are dry. Alexis Lachine wines are mellow. Drink an Alexis Lachine wine with any kind of food. Or anytime you feel like relaxing with a drink. Alexis Lachine, fine French wines.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food, prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here.
because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee's sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee's sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
A pleasure, Milton. In just a moment, we'll see how well Milton does at the Pentagon. But if you want to see busy hands at your house, just you offer this lively Christmas party dip that's so good to serve with king-size Fritos corn chips. Just follow the recipe right on the Fritos package. Of course, it calls for the famous Philadelphia brand cream cheese, an 8-ounce package, which we blended with 2 tablespoons of milk till it's nice and smooth, like so. Then come 2 tablespoons of Kraft cream-style horseradish for zesty flavor, a 1/4 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and finally, a dash of salt. And we'll blend our Philly mixture again. And when party time comes, let the folks enjoy this wonderful Philly horseradish dip with crisp king-size Fritos. There are those busy hands. Just remember, you make the best-tasting dips with the freshest-tasting cream cheese you can buy. Philadelphia brand cream cheese, made only by Kraft.
Okay, I'm back. Camera isn't quite back yet. Let's see if we can't remedy that now. Come on, turn on camera, turn on phone. I'm also getting water going for our pasta. Success. Now he's got to get it to show up in OBS. There we go. Woohoo! Gonna need one more of those to fill up our water for pasta. After that, we'll start heating up both of those and the oil. Both the water and the oil. Got my strainer over top of the pasta to try and help contain some of the splatter. Okay, eggs. We need eggs to coat our tofu with. Now that our cheesecake has set, I'm going to throw that in the fridge to finish setting. Oh. Whoa. We got this. We got this. Catalina just destroying everything. Carrying us all. Lost half the units, but still just wiping everything out. One less little guy there just like, come get me. Victory. The curly fry for side survived. Catalina getting those kills and assists. And the goal. On to the boss. Come on. Ooh, there's stuff down here, too. I think I'm going to put my warrior down here. But I'm going to suggest... ranged up there. And then we're just going to vibe with the rest. Probably won't get movement spell to those, but you're ranged. You don't really need to move fast. The idea is this stuff is not going to travel across this quickly. You get range here, you got free reign at all of this stuff as it comes to get at us. I might even put, we get enough archers and ranged up there in that top corner, I might even put the spell on top of them to benefit ranged. Because there's not a whole, there's some other stuff here, but I think this is the real battle. Alright, back to cooking. So solid flame underneath our oil, heating that up. We got our pasta here, sauce looking nice, but it needs to be smoothed out. So this is going to get blended. I'm going to take that off the heat, allow it to cool just enough that it's not going to, I'm afraid to put it in my blender. Let it, come down to 170, 150 rather than, boiling. Seasonings. We need salt and pepper in these. Cheers, folks. Here, I'll do this one. This one's on me, folks. Cheers. So for this shirataki pasta, we have to drain it. It's in a package with liquid. We have to rinse it. We have to boil it. And then we serve it. Give you an idea what this is looking like with the bag not hiding the view. It's got a lot of liquid in there, but it's looking like noodles to me. Oh wow, they got some actual strength to them too. I was worried that these were going to be too soft and break too easily, like something that needed the protein to hold it together. That doesn't appear to be the case. They seem to be holding their shape perfectly fine when raw. So there's our pasta ready to go into the water. Once the water comes up to temp, now I'm going back to our sauce and give this a good blend. Something about the smell of the tomato sauce. Just amazing. It's right up there with the garlic and onion sauteing. I didn't even put onion in this tomato sauce. But I'm gonna mute things and there's our tomato sauce, all blended up nice and smooth. Oh hey, my camera's gone again. What's going on there? Is it shut off again? I didn't turn it off. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. So we got our pasta ready to go when the water's ready for that. How's our oil looking? Our oil's got to be coming up to temp quick here. 200-ish. Nice. Yeah, we're nowhere near that with that. I think we're going to swap this. That back burner doesn't have much of a burner to it, so it was going to take forever to get that water up to temp. You getting sweepy? We're not even close to done. Actually, I should get started on the last part of this, so that's ready for us. Boo, lab work. A little mozzarella ready for on top of our finished tofu. The plan here for the tofu is fried and then into the pan over here. I need a dry off time for it. Okay, so tofu will come out of the fryer, come over here, dry off. Needs to allow it a couple of seconds to salt it. Let's get the salt over here. Needs a timeout, yeah. Needs a moment to do its thing with the oil and come to a happy medium and maybe let the paper soak up a little of that oil. And then after that, it's going to go into this pan, get topped with sauce and mozzarella, and go into the oven to stay nice and melty. This, by the way, why you don't put pans on your cutting boards. That's exactly the reason you don't do that. That's why I put it on the paper. And then after that's melted off in the oven, that goes on top of our pasta. And we'll call it a night. Beautiful color on that tomato sauce. Maybe almost too bright. Maybe almost too red. Ugh. Well, we're starting to get there. Our water's almost to a boil. How's our oil looking? 270. It's got a decent flame underneath it, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's go ahead and batter our tofu. Don't want it absolutely caked with flour. We want flour on both sides. Ah, Mr. Pello. Hey, welcome back, Catalina. Almost noon. All right, going into fryer with our first piece of tofu. That needs to warm up a little bit more. No meetings is the way to go. Well, at least it's all over in one day. I would actually almost prefer that. I mean, it's going to be an annoying day of meetings, but get it done and over with and get actual work done. Hopefully the people you don't like makes it a lot easier to yell at them. All sorts of people in Stream Raiders tonight. Nah, you always need someone to complain to. I mean, they can pay you more money, it doesn't mean you don't need to complain. They don't need to hear you complaining. But it's perfectly, I mean, it's healthy for you to offload. Don't bottle it up. Bun buns. Not too far off that here either. Ooh. Lucky. Be careful with oil, it splashes and burns. They somewhat recently raised the minimum wage here in California. I think they need to do it again. Tofu piece number 1. Second one in the oil. Don't. it wasn't for the fact that I know people would game it, I think we should base the minimum wage of a region to its real estate cost. Because, I mean, from a business perspective, the real estate is really what's going to determine your overall operating expenses and necessary profits in order to be successful. Till they decide to take it out. Or you drop your tongs on the floor. Twice. Welcome in. Happy to see you. Hopefully you're having a lovely evening. But for the tofu, it's more of a consideration of the color in the final product. It's not like chicken or something like that where we're worried about making it get to a certain temperature to make sure that it cooks through. However, like most things, it can be overdone. There's our second one. All right, so these do a little salt over on that new one. Let's do our battle. I'm gonna cut the heat on the oil. We're done with our oil. Cover that up so I'm not worried about splashing in it when I'm making pasta. And to war. To battle. Okay, we only got one guy up here, so I'm not going to do spell for ranged. We have so many people here, I can't fit you all in underneath the spell. No problem. Well, we had an actual army of units this time. Absolutely destroying. Diago getting them kills. Kanye from the east getting the assists. Honorable mentions to Lenislash. Catalina Eggman and Lenislash getting those scrolls. 30 apiece. That's a big pickup. Lower levels, that's 3 levels. Boss defeated. I think we're going to do one more map tonight. Put my guy there. We'll vibe out in this square, and I'll leave the rest open to everyone. Caldita. Okay, back to cooking. So I'm going to take our sauce. And just a light layer. We don't want to absolutely kill the crunchiness of our tofu, but we want a little bit of tomato underneath there. We add our 2 pieces of fried tofu in here. Yeah, let's do sauce first. And that's going to go in 300-degree oven, just get all melty and lovely. We got our water sort of at a boil. Almost at a boil. Oops. That wasn't a very attractive view I left you folks with. All the stuff on the counter. This is still clean. This I'm gonna get dirty here in a minute, but was clean. Nice. Cheers, folks. I happen to have that problem with laying down. I'm laying down and all of a sudden, oh, I guess I gotta do that before I go to bed. Another major thing we're waiting on here is for this water to come up to a nice full boil. I guess I could put a lid over this and get it to boil a little quicker. Closest thing I have to a lid for this. You love the idea of me working with durian? Chef doesn't love the idea of working with durian. And yes, it would have to be frozen. I'll take a look. I'll try and remember to take a look in the frozen aisles of the stores that have more frozen stuff and see if anywhere local has it. I'm sort of doubting that one. Maybe the Santa Rosa Whole Foods. There's a Whole Foods in Santa Rosa. It's just one of their giant ones that now Amazon has made it so it's like half empty. Whole Foods sponsored, like, they didn't sponsor. They gave me the whole idea of what I was doing for farmers markets in LA when I was living in LA. They had just opened their LAX store, or Roseland, something along that line. At the time, it was their largest Whole Foods. They've got some larger ones now, like down in Texas when they moved. But at the time, it was just opening. And they had 5 restaurants in this Whole Foods. I'm like, okay, that's cool. They're probably saving tons of money being on the same spot as where they're using up all their old veggies that they don't sell, yada, yada, yada. It's a great plan for them. Yeah, it must be confused about you, Ozzy. But anyways, they made me realize that, hey, there's a whole market here for lightly prepared foods, and it could be done on location at farmers markets from the farmers. And so that's what I did for the next 5 years. And turn the oven off. How weird. The bot's saying that you're a moderator here too. How weird. Ozzy's got enough to suggest 2 weeks of themes. Hey Kirby! Welcome in Blazing Tree Terrain. Ozzy better give you a shout out. Going pretty good tonight. Having fun with tofu. We have noodles made from tofu. I bought these, but we're cooking them. I've got tofu parmigiana in the oven, just melting that mozzarella over the top of it. And I've got a matcha and tofu cheesecake chilling here in the fridge. A little 4-incher with a graham crust to it. So that's the plans for tonight so far. I'm just hoping this water eventually decides to boil here, because I can't leave that tofu in the oven forever. These, I wanted to do spaghetti. I decided that spaghetti was too simple, but I thought these were an amazing product. These. I swayed you. I didn't mean to sway the vote. It wasn't that awesome of an idea, is the honest truth. Okay, now we got a little bubbling going on. Ozzy was so hurt. He was so disturbed by the loss of Papa John's. Had to immediately resuggest it again. As usual for my pastas, I'm gonna chop up a little butter. Yay! Bun's getting sprinkles. Definitely lost our boil throwing that in there. I don't know how long I want to cook it with it being under boil. Smells like pasta. It's got some other smells, but it's smelling like pasta. Oh, did I mention we're doing Parmesan on Friday too? So we're saving the rest of this. Splashed myself. Alright, so that looks like some pasta to me. That looks like some spaghetti to me. What did I do with that bowl? Oh, it's in the freezer. Tofu spaghetti. We'll add a little freeze-dried basil on top, if I can find it. And our tofu parmigiana. Now that was a cheese bowl. Yeah, I don't know how many people noticed, but I stopped that cheese from pulling. I just got tired of raising my arm. Yep, new emotes next month. 2 animated and 1 static. Those who have been in the Discord know what I'm talking about. Although you probably have to search at this point to find them in the Discord. Absolutely, Kirby. This stuff just gives us our flavor, though. I mean, how can you have Parmigiano without Parmesan, huh? I can, Ozzy. It's going to take me a couple minutes. I'm not going to do it in the middle of the stream. But yes, I can most certainly post them again. Eight minutes until our last battle of the evening in Stream Raiders. I guess it's time that I have to try this, huh? Yeah! It's tofu. I don't know, I don't mind tofu. It just doesn't excite me at the same time. Pasta's got a bit more of a chew or a bite or a skin to it than your typical pasta. Tastes perfectly fine. Does have somewhat of a sort of like off smell that they're like the whole drain the package, rinse the package, boil it. There's some off flavor there that they're working on preventing you from having. Yeah. I think that'll do for dinner tonight. I can live with that. That's tasty. So the plan here for tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night, but for Sunday, or Friday, get my week straight. For Friday, we're going to be making Parmigiana again, but this time I'm going to be doing it with pork out of the freezer. I'm going to be making my own pasta. We'll use the rest of the tomato sauce from tonight. So that's the plan for Friday. Sunday and Monday I don't have plans for again. But Sunday and Monday are going to be my last 2 streams before I'm taking a break off. We'll be back here on July 1st. So I'm going to be taking about a week and a half break. Then I'll be back full time. We'll have emotes. When I get back on July 1st, we'll have a whole new design to things here for the streamiversary, which is going to be, I think it's the 21st of July. I hope to. I'm going to get to see a lot of family. Yeah. It's mostly sort of like a family get-together / early 4th of July celebration. For those not in the U.S., 4th of July is our Independence Day, or the U.S. National Pride Day. Last 2 minutes. I'm not going to be completely gone, by the way, I should point out. I'm just not going to be able to stream. I'll still be available on Discord. Yeah, basically Discord right now. A couple months ago, I would have said Discord and Twitter, but I'm not doing Twitter these days. But we'll see what happens with that. If only people knew all my plans. Come on, Stream Raiders. Last minute. No. Actually, that does look a little bit more bold than I thought it does. I think it's more the camera, though. But it's probably just going to thin out to the point that it's annoying. That's what happened to my grandparents. Both my grandfathers had hair till the day they died, but it wasn't very thick. Oh! Oh! Welcome, Raider! Thank you for that raid! Welcome in, everyone! Unfortunately, you're raiding when we're finishing things up here, but let's do our battle here real quick. While people are situating themselves here in our lovely room here. Welcome! Thank you for that raid, two girls, one game. Appreciate you hanging out with us, sharing your community with me. Hopefully you had a lovely evening, I'm assuming, cooking. Or were we playing retro games? What were we doing tonight? Myself, I am cooking with tofu tonight. I had tofu as an ingredient challenge. I keep a running tally of suggestions in my Discord where viewers can suggest different ingredients. We have votes, and every Wednesday we have a new challenge ingredient that I have to incorporate in both savory and sweet dishes. And so tonight's challenge was tofu. Let's wrap up this final battle here. We got this one. I think we got it. Vintage recipes with hot dogs. Nice. Victory. Ozzy getting those kills. Congrats. Catalina helping out with the assist there. Ozzy and Waterlamau getting the rewards. Congrats to you. Welcome in, everyone. I was just about to wrap things up here. I apologize for that. But as far as tofu, I made a tofu parmigiana. So we have a block of tofu. Oops. That would probably help with letting you see what we're doing. Block of tofu that I fried. It has been coated with our homemade tomato sauce and fresh mozzarella, given a little time in the oven just to melt that mozzarella a little bit. Got some awesome cheese pulls here just as you were coming in. And then for dinner, we have the other half of that back here on the stove. I made 2 of them. And then for dessert, we have setting up here. May have to set overnight. It's still a little wiggly. But I have a no-bake matcha cheesecake with tofu in the mix. This is tofu. This is cream cheese. There's a little sour cream. There's a little half and half matcha, and then the graham cracker crust. Cheesecake for breakfast. Don't tempt me, Bun Buns. Don't plant ideas like that in my head. I don't need that in my life. And for anyone else, I can hope to fly to come back and see me once again. I will be back here on Friday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm going to be taking a break. I'm going to be taking a week-and-a-half break at the end of this month. I'll be back the beginning of July. I was just saying this to everyone else before you lovely folks all came in here. Let's see here. I'm looking to see if there's anyone online. Ooh, we have a Guide the Raid suggestion. Thank you so much for the raid, 2 Girls, 1 Game. I greatly appreciate it. I feel so sorry to say hello to all of you lovely folks and then say, I want to eat this before it gets too cold. So, I'm going to pass you off to Fluffy Fluffy Bun Buns Guide the Raid suggestion. Let's see who she is suggesting for us tonight and what they are doing. Alright, we're going to Romani the Dino, who's playing some Elden Ring. So I did tofu parmigiana tonight. On Friday, I'm going to be doing Parmesan again, but on Friday, instead of using tofu noodles, I'm going to be making, I don't know if I mentioned that or not, those noodles are made with tofu. Friday, I'm going to be doing pork. I broke down a half pig here on stream 2.5, 3 weeks ago, something like that. A lot of that's still in the freezer here, so I'm going to be doing pork Parmigiana with homemade pasta, and continuing on with the rest of the sauce. I hope you come back to join me. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Good night.